So let's fast forward about like 6 months ahead.
Yeah, something like that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
To August 21st, 2003.
All right.
Funny enough, on this SmackDown that I watched, on the Velocity tapings, Eric Young and Bobby Roode were on this episode.
Oh. Oh, wait, let me check my Velocity typings.
Yep, I think the FBI beat Eric Young and Bobby Roode.
That's very weird. Oh, Billy Kidman beat Shannon Moore. Bill DeMott beat Funaki. Nunzio and Chuck Palumbo with Johnny Samito defeated Nova and Johnny Jeter. And Los Guerreros beat Team Angle by countout. Because they're tag champs. Because they're tag champs, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go on.
So, we kick off the August 21st episode of SmackDown, right? The big angle, obviously, still 6 months later, is Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle.
I like that we didn't even plan it like this, but like this is kind of awesome. I kind of like this.
Yeah, So yeah, I mean, honestly, they ran these angles for a long time, 6 months.
Yeah.
At least. So the big angle right now is Brock and Kurt, but Brock had just turned heel. He was in a cage match with Kurt Angle, and Vince McMahon was a special guest referee.
Oh.
Or no, actually, I got that wrong. Actually, if I remember correctly, It was Brock Lesnar versus. Who was
Vince.
it? It was I think it was Vince and Brock in a steel cage. And then what happened was Kurt Angle and Vince like got into a little bit of a stupé, I guess. Kurt locked a little bit of an ankle lock on my man's here, and then Lesnar.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a fuck angle there. Anyways, long story short with that is Brock Lesnar and Vince are now buddies. And Kurt Angle is the undisputed champion at this point. So they joined forces in the steel cage. They basically flipped him, and then Vince joined the storyline too, is what happened. This is around the time that they had that Iron Man match on SmackDown too, which was just really good too.
And that's what I thought my match was going to be. I was like, "There's no way their first match was the Iron Man match."
I can't remember when they had. They might have had it actually before August, or it was right after, either September or May. I can't remember when they had it, but it was sometime around there. But that match ruled. I remember that match still.
Yeah, that's fucking classic.
This was also around the time that they were still adding the in the promos for the cage matches. They would add the steel cage bump sounds to it, so it'd be like,
"Oh shit, yeah."
I wish they still did that. Honestly, I still remember those a lot, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Awesome. Of course, this is around the time too, where it's the "Here Comes the Pain" intro. So, hey, yo, it's my life, my time, my race, my race. I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, here comes the pain."
I think mine was still using "Beautiful People."
Oh, really?
So it had to have changed sometime between then.
Yeah, maybe after Mania.
Yeah.
Did your SmackDown have the silver apron?
Yes, I think so.
That's like SmackDown's. So I remember that the most, but the oval screen is my favorite. But I remember a lot of the silver apron SmackDown. So I really like this look. I think this was the time that Big Show and Brock broke the ring too. So like obviously I remember that a lot too.
Oh shit, yeah.
So Kurt and Vince start the show. They have a little promo. They don't do pyro because Kurt Angle's gonna come out and do his pyro, of course. They're still chanting "You suck," even though Kurt is the very obvious babyface here.
Rest of this man's life.
Yeah, from 2003 to all the time ever, he
Edge.
sucks. Yeah, thanks, Edge. Vince is still in his prime when it comes to like on-screen stuff. He's probably one of the best on-screen dudes of all time. One of the worst off-screen dudes ever.
On the record, great. Off the record,
horrible. Vince announces to Kurt, he's going to face the Big Show, my big man here. Big Show is looking rough in 2003, man. This is around the time Dude Man's hairline is holding on for dear life. Damn. He's got this handlebar joint going on. He's got the one strap. He's not looking too great. Kurt Angle said, all right, well, I don't want to wrestle the Big Show. I want to fight him. So he rushed up the ramp. This dude, Kurt Angle, is in immaculate shape at this point. He's looking like a ridiculous physical specimen. But then he started beating the Big Show's ass. Dude's wearing like Fila's. Dude's got Pumas on. I was like, fuck? Walmart 3's putting the bricks to Big Show. I was like, this is crazy. So he beats the Big Show up. Obviously, Big Show is not happy about Kurt Angle whooping that ass. He's also not happy about that hairline. So he's throwing chairs and shit right backstage. Vince is spitting everywhere because he's in his fucking angry Vince McMahon voice. Yeah, he's like, he's in his, he's gonna puke. He's like, and Kurt Angle's gonna get it. Cameron,
let's calm down.
Camera's all slimy as Vince is turning red as hell, and he's just like, hey, Kurt's gonna get it. Big Show's like, and he starts hitting the table. He's throwing chairs, and he does the Donkey Kong taunt on his table. He's like full pun in Big Show right now, right? Cool. Dude Man wants pussy, and he's not going to get it. So we go to the first match of the evening. It's Rey Mysterio who comes out of the fucking ground talking about that RUI, who jumping out the sky. You know,
I think they should do the Cody entrance with that.
That would be high, man. That'd be pretty cool. But you gotta do it slow down, like he's got a harness on or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, harness.
But this is what I think of. Like when I think of Rey Mysterio in my head, I think of this.
Like
this was like prime Rey for me. Was who that jumping out the sky? He comes out the ground, and like this is like prime Rey. He doesn't have the big tattoo on his chest yet.
I think I like that theme more than Booyaka.
I do too, dude. Jumping out the sky is like my Rey Mysterio theme to me.
Yeah.
He's still cruiserweight champ at this point, right? He's facing Matt Hardy, who is not in the cruiserweight division currently. Because he's like 230 pounds at this point, so he's definitely not in the 220 cruiserweight division.
Would Rey have been holding it since he beat Matt at Mania then?
I don't think he dropped it ever. I don't think he dropped it the whole time. Maybe Matt might have gotten it in a little bit, because I get to extend the feud.
They did a lot of back and forth skis.
Yeah. But yeah, this match was cool. Matt Hardy can still bend his knees, so that's dope. Matt was honestly super underrated as a work guy, or like in the early 2000s, because he put in solid shit all the time. This match was dope too. I mean, Ray got most of his stuff in. Matt hit like a sick, he was using the side effect as his finish. Well, I don't even know if it was really, he was still using the twist of fate, but the side effect was definitely getting to the point where it was his finish.
It was like it was a signature,
yeah. But Ray ends up hitting the 619. Zach Gowen interferes because he's feuding with Matt Hardy a little bit. Of course, it's before they just decided to just go straight into Gowen and Lesnar. But he's still feuding Matt.
Kill him in front of his mom.
Yeah. So, anyways, Ray goes for the West Coast Pop, which he was still using at this point because his knees could let him do it. And both these guys just, in their prime were just fantastic. He goes for the West Coast Pop, which is like if you guys don't know what it is because he hasn't used it in a while, it's like a Dragon Rana, but he doesn't do a flip. So he goes for it, and like Matt doesn't get all the way over when he does the Rana, and it was like a spike. He spikes his head into the fucking mat, and it makes the nastiest sound I heard. It's like, doof. I was like, oh my God, that had to hurt. He just gets stuffed. This shit was sick. I loved it. Ray, of course, ends up winning off that because he did not get up. he's not getting up.
He won for shootsies.
Yeah, that was tough. So they play a video package after this. Vince and Stephanie have been feuding. Vince didn't want Stephanie as the GM anymore, so Vince hires A-Train. A-Train 6 months later is still big pro SmackDown.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I forgot about this A-Train stuff.
Yeah, A-Train was going crazy, man. So Vince hires A-Train to sexually harass Stephanie.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, A-Train was backstage talking about, I know you like your rough baby. Yeah, my man A-Train was talking about some baby shit all the time. Bro. This man, this dude was spitting like crazy. He was like, grabbed her hands, like, touch these little pierced nipples. And he's like, yes, I will. And then, the dude was crazy. Also, he was like some sort of trainer, so I don't know what that was. So, anyways.
He was trying to run one, is what he was doing.
Yeah. Oh, he was. Because later on, he gets fucking freaky. This dude's crazy. A-Train was horny.
Shit. Primal.
Yeah, crazy. So, we move on to Jamie Noble and Nydia. They're still running this angle, which this angle was super hot. This is like one of my favorite angles growing up. Like, this shit ruled. I love Jamie Noble. And the Nydia stuff was like super cool because they seemed like they were definitely someone that could live in my hometown. So I was like, this is dope. And Billy Gunn and Tori are coming out. Billy Gunn's still Mr. Ass at this point, but at this point they're trying to make him like I don't know, he's just hanging out with Tori Wilson because
Tori has a nice ass and Billy Gunn has also an ass.
That's it, pretty much.
He loves to pick
Billy
him.
Gunn is good looking and Tori Wilson is good looking, and here you go. Billy Gunn still looks the exact same as he did in 2003 as he does right now somehow. I'm talking about vein on his bicep and all. I don't know how he did it, but anyway. So it's Jamie Noble and Billy Gunn. They got Nydia and Tori Wilson out there, and they come out to face the Basham brothers, who are in a stable with Shaniqua, and Shaniqua and the Basham brothers are just some weird sex fantasy that Vince has. I don't know what's going on. Too bald. He probably just watched fucking Brazzers once and was like,
You remember the thing they
Johnny
did with her
Sins guys. Shaniqua?
When she got them Johns.
No, I don't remember. Go ahead for it.
So they, to explain Shaniqua's new enhancements, they wrote her off with JBL clotheslining her.
Hell yeah.
And that is how she got bigger titties in canon.
Thank you, Vince.
JBL clotheslined her and her titties
clotheslined them
swelled up. Thank you, Based Bradshaw.
I appreciate the continuity.
Yeah.
So Shaniqua and Nydia were actually in Tough Enough together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were both in the same season of Tough Enough. So, anyways, everyone here's got a girl. Everyone's a tag team or something. I don't know. Obviously, they're trying to run something here.
Horny.
Yeah, everyone's just together. I don't know what's going on. But Jamie and we talked about it a little bit. Jamie and Nydia were lit as hell around this point. This was around the time that Jamie Noble got an inheritance of $827,000 from his aunt Lucille that died. So
I forgot about that. We made it, baby.
Yeah,
we did it.
Nydia comes out in the mink jacket and. Jamie Noble's now wearing Tommy Hilfiger jorts instead of regular jorts.
Nice.
Yeah, they really. This was a really fun angle. Honestly, they did a lot of good. I think it would have been funnier if you got an inheritance check of like $27,000. I think that would have been funnier, or like $2,700.
Yeah, exactly.
They definitely obviously they didn't think about it, but like in hindsight, that would have been a lot better. But this was an awesome angle. Match, of course, was whatever. I mean, like. It was Jamie and Billy and the Basham brothers, so whatever. But Jamie is just like a next level worker at this point. Like this was definitely towards the point where like Jamie was having the best matches of his career. Yeah. 2003 to 2005, maybe even 2006 was like a really.
And then he goes on to be
him.
fucking ROH champ. So
yeah, that was in 2005, I think. And he was just having really good matches. Like he had such an intensity to everything he did, and like. He did. Yeah, and he did some super sick backdrop drivers in here that were hot on the Basham brothers, and
that's why when they eventually like put him with like Kid Cash, that was like their gimmick, is that they were like the pit bulls. They were like small dudes, but they were like killers.
And he was good at it. I mean, the only thing that really held him back from being like a truly big hit was at the time it was just like Nathan Jones
small.
Yeah, big dudes going crazy. Basham's do twin magic and win with a roll up here.
I love that sentence.
Yeah, that's something. So after that, they go to a video package after that of Brock Lesnar, who is literally he kills everyone on the roster at this point. Like when he turned heel, he just started killing everybody, right? So Brock just is destroying Spanky, which is Brian Kendrick. Literally, his name is just Spanky at this point. Kendrick got into this match here they're showing with Brock Lesnar where Brock destroyed him. He got into this match because he was backstage hanging out with Orlando, Jordan, and Funaki, and he was double fisting chocolate syrup, and he Spanky's gimmick is that he is a child, and he's double fisting chocolate syrup backstage. He's like, "Wee!" with the chocolate syrup, and it goes everywhere, right? And Vince McMahon's backstage at catering, and he gets chocolate syrup on his jacket. So he said, "You're gonna face Barack."
Oh shit!
So as penance for getting chocolate syrup on Vince McMahon, Brock beats the fuck out of Spanky. I mean, dude man got bloody fucking heart away. Just chair headshots. He's fucking bleeding. Complete destruction. I fucking love this shit. Wrestling ain't like this no more, man. Wrestling ain't like this shit no more.
It really is.
I'm just like, why, damn it? Why? Thankfully, we can go back and watch this stuff because this is the good stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, tonight is the night that is the famous Brock Lesnar and Zach Gowen match with Da Mom in the audience where they gave her a little name tag and said, "This is Zach Gowen's mom." Brock, once again, beats the living fuck out of this dude who has one leg. He said earlier in the evening, "I'm going to break his other leg." I was like, oh, okay.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, this dude was going nuts. So Brock goes out there beginning the match, and he's like, "Shake my hand, Zach Gowen, mom." But before he does this, he flexes his titties at her, and then he puts his hand out.
Everyone's horny in this 2003, bro.
I mean, shit kind of ruled. So he powerbombs Zach Gowen. He's got the triple powerbomb joint at this point.
That shit
he
rules.
He did not hold back on any of those at all. I'm pretty sure like everyone he faced, Vince was like, "He's gonna work snug." He's like, we don't get any of this nowadays, by the way. Nobody works snug. But Lesnar was giving it to these dudes. Spanky got destroyed, and then Zach Gowen gets destroyed. He straight up goes to the outside with a chair, headshots the fuck out of him. I mean, he just really just lays it in there on him. He gets DQ'd for it, but he don't fucking care. I think Gowen, he ends up blading here, and he's just really bleeding at this point.
I remember, like, it was
probably the first time he had ever bladed ever.
Yeah.
And he
should
really
have Brock do it for him.
Should have just let him open him up. Should just. So he's bleeding, right? Brock grabs him, just starts headbutting him, which just makes this dumb sound, just doof, doof, up against his head. And now Brock's got his blood on his forehead. It looks crazy. F5 is just leg into the turnbuckle because you got to work them limbs. I appreciate
that shit
it.
That's like. They never made that a spot in the game, did they? F5.
No, they should have.
That's unbelievable.
I remember that spot like it was yesterday.
He did it a lot too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Zach Gowen ends up getting stretchered out. You know, he's bleeding all over his chair. They get an up close picture of him just fucking gushing.
Cool.
And then Brock just runs. Brock runs out of the ring, flips the stretcher over.
Of course he does.
I mean, he don't even like. It wasn't even like he didn't even give it a second.
Right he does.
He just goes, and the stretcher just goes completely AWOL, and he just eats the ground. So his mom just like accidentally chops Brock too. You can hear it just go. I was like, oh shit! I thought he was gonna go crazy,
God.
but then Brock takes the stretcher so they can't use it. he walks back to the ring with it, and he stands there in the middle of the ring and looks at the hard camera with the stretcher, and then he takes blood off the stretcher and then wipes it across his chest.
Oh my God! What a fucking beast!
Yeah, Brock's maybe, I mean, it's really hard not to call him maybe the best WWE wrestler ever.
He fucking rules.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, even now, you know what I mean? So anyways, after that, John Cena comes out. He's a heel now, so he's got the heel visor on.
Okay.
Which, you know, he's still rapping. He's still, you know,
well, there was. I think I must have forgotten. I forgot until you just told me. Cena was out, injured, quote unquote. I don't know if he was actually injured or not during my SmackDown because Brock hurt him.
Oh, okay. Well, he's back now. Doesn't care about that anymore.
Yeah.
He just cares about Detroit. He says Detroit is a crack house, and he says the whores live here, I think. So
something about these nuts too, probably.
Yeah, that dude was talking about wieners and shit. It was crazy. But the match here is I'm gonna read this out and you tell me what you think of this. John Cena and A-Train versus Undertaker and Orlando Jordan.
Wow. Oh,
sounds about right.
Yeah, but it's Mike and you know, always kicking assholes ass. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I was fucking fired up.
So wait, Orlando was a face?
Oh yeah, he was the up and coming rookie.
Oh, because JBL turned on him, I guess, right?
And remember, backstage, he's hanging out with Spanky, drinking chocolate.
Oh no, wait, JBL.
No, he's not even close.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they're not even close.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's an upstart
before
rookie.
the cabinet stuff.
Yeah.
So, not a super long match. A-Train hits Taker in his injured ribs with the chain, and Cena ends up pinning him.
Bastard.
Just kind of following up on the A-Train and Undertaker story, you know. They've been doing this for a while. So, afterwards, A-Train's backstage, and he sees Sable. Sable is backstage. She is sabling.
Banging.
Yep, she's sabling, and she's backstage, and she says, I want to have sex with you. And she pins him up against the wall or whatever, and A-Train's like, oh.
Damn.
So this is cool.
Huh?
Yeah, this is. Whoa. You're gonna do me? Cool. Yeah. So she says, you know, I want to give you a big thank you, you know, and for you know, for beating up Stephanie. Vince wanted me to give you the thank you. And he's like, she hands him this card, and he's like, I see you in the penthouse. I'm like, oh my God, A-Train's going, fuck, this is crazy. This man's getting fucking pussy. And then A-Train
Vince just whoring out Sable.
Yeah, that was his thing. So then he licks the penthouse car. He goes, I mean, it was like a long. You can see a gif of it on my Twitter. Yeah, I was like, oh damn, A-Train's horny. He's fucking overtly, destructively horny. So we have Benoit and Tajiri, and they have a match with Eddie and Rhino, which is
okay.
All these matchups are weird. But it's because they're having a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam, so they're just like tag team match. They have a match here where it doesn't really go too long, but good stuff, of course, with Benoit and Eddie because they just always had good shit. Rhino actually ends up winning this match when he hits a Goron Tajiri, which Rhino's another guy that never really got his due.
Rhino's the fact that
he could have been world champion at the time. He was
How
over.
did Vince not see how Rock sold the Gore and say, "Wow, give this dude the belt"?
I don't think Rhino was 6 foot tall, so that was the issue.
Yeah, you're right.
Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So we go to the main event. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match between Kurt Angle and Big Show. Angle is just bumping like crazy for Big Show, right? So they're pushing Big Show as like this really big deal because he was doing the Heyman thing recently. So like he's a big deal at this point. Kurt hits this fucking sweet Olympic. I love the way he Olympic slammed Big Show because obviously he couldn't get the full thing right.
Yeah,
he had to switch it up. And I love it when it's not perfect. Sometimes shit just looks better when it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And like it always looked cool when he did the Big Show. And like, so they do this powerbomb spot where Big Show gets Kurt Angle up, and he's got him up, and then he lets him go down because Kurt Angle kind of fights out of it a little bit. Kurt grabs the steel chair, and he brings him back up, and he fucking just headshots. I was like, oh my God, I love it. There's rules. So they go to the outside, they're brawling a little bit, and I still don't know what to make of this spot here, but Kurt walks up to the Big Show and just grabs his dick. Like literally, like I thought maybe I saw it wrong. Yeah, Taz also thought he saw it wrong. Taz said, "Big Show's got him," and then Michael's like, "No." Because Kurt, I mean, literally just sticks his hand and grabs his cock.
Okay.
Because Big Show didn't know what to do, so he grabbed Big Show's cock.
Okay.
And then so he grabs Big Show's cock and he goes, "Whoa!" And he starts striking him. I was like, "Oh, cool."
Like he just so he's got one hand on his dick and the other hand's punching him?
I'm talking 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, big cock in his hand.
Wow.
Well,
damn, maybe that's Big Show's weakness. If he gets horny, he just breaks down.
Yeah, I thought maybe I was missing like a story or something or like a callback. No, he just grabbed his dick. I was like, cool.
All right.
So Kurt Angle on the outside here, he sets some stairs up. He hits the ankle lock on him, and Big Show tries to climb the stairs. I don't know where he thought he was going, but
he's gonna go back in the ring and lose.
Yeah, on a false count anywhere match. Yeah, it was there. So Angle,
what the fuck?
He sets Big Show up on the announcer table, and he jumps on him with a steel chair. No, Angle, like my bitch, you don't want to pay me. So Angle jumps off the steel steps onto Big Show on the table, right? And do you remember the WWE Games animation where you put the chair under your ass cheeks and you do you hit him with your butt cheeks? Yeah. So he does that here, but it works about as well as it works when Sabu does it. It doesn't.
God.
It doesn't work ever.
He did this from the stairs to the table?
Yeah, so he's got the Big Show moved the stairs a little bit. And
okay, because I'm thinking
there's
still
okay. That makes more vertical. Sense. That'd be crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I mean, like he hits him or whatever, but it's such a bad spot. Like this is whatever. Anyways, they get back in the ring. Kurt Olympic slams Big Show through the table, and that's where he wins. I'm still in complete awe of him just grabbing man's dick, and I was like, wow.
Do you have a gif of that? Did you give?
Yeah, that's on my second count.
Okay, I'll have to.
I have a whole thread of stuff I talked about. It's ridiculous. So Brock Lesnar comes out and they hit the WWE Universe mode stare down at the end where he sits at the top of the ramp and Kurt Angle's like, yeah, he's like, I bring it on. So they do that. That's the big angle.
He really does grab.
Oh, he just gets all up in there. Dude. He said, let me get that shit now.
What's the...
Yeah.
Oh, there's the A train.
I told you, he gets a real big one there.
Bro.
Yeah.
Damn, Sable a little primal with it. All right.
I'm telling you, she was going crazy.
Dude, this Gowen blade job is disgusting.
Yeah, he was gushing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Cool.
Orlando Jordan was funny, too. So, anyways, when it comes to it, you can see it. So 2001 was still like prime SmackDown.
Sure, that was still like, yeah.
Yeah, 2003 was still good. They still had a lot of stuff like intertwining with each other. They still had good. They just were just good at everything here still. Yeah. I still think 2001 was probably the prime. 2003 was still really good for them, even though the business was starting to decline. 2005 is where things started getting a little dumb. And the 2001 talent was just crazy. That talent pool in 2001 was dumb. Like it was crazy. 2003 was crazy too. 2005, there was a lot of guys that were, neither here nor there.
I feel like 2005 was definitely more of like a bring up developmental big boys thing.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to go a different direction than they were in previous
Brock
years.
left, so they had to make a new big guy star, and I feel like they did it like
they tried.
Like, real desperate, yeah.
Yeah. Messina, thankfully, worked out for him.
They did it with fucking, Matt Morgan. They tried to hide and rag Nathan Jones.
Oh,
all those fucking guys. Like,
yeah.